Welcome to the first week of Crisis Communication and Issues Management. My name is Chad Harris. I'm honored to be your instructor this week. Typically, I make an intro video every week for the course, throughout the course, where I introduce you to some of the topics for that week and go over some of your deliverables. Take a few moments to watch these videos every week. I don't make them very long, but I do give you some important tips and emphases and so on. You're probably familiar with the structure of CSU Global courses at this point. Usually you'll have a discussion and critical thinking assignment that's due. During the first week, you don't have a critical thinking assignment, but you will have two discussions. One's an introduction discussion, so make sure you go in there and introduce yourself. All right. And then for the second discussion, make sure you do the readings first. Right? There's no text for this course, no textbook necessarily, but there are required readings for every week, so reading those articles would be very important. Do that first before you engage into the discussion. Keep in mind that discussion is your opportunity to demonstrate your expertise on the weekly topics. All right. Also, what's important for discussion is read my replies to other students. I typically address my replies to the whole course when I'm responding to students because those are my principal teaching moments in engagement with the topics in the course. So take the time to read at least a few of my responses to other students as well. So for your portfolio milestone, number one, that's due this week, you're really presenting a proposal for an organization that you will be writing issues analyses throughout the course and coming up with a crisis plan for that organization. And you have two choices. You can either do it on an organization that you work for, your organization, or you can pick a sample organization. Now, if you do option two for the sample organization, ask yourself a couple of questions. First of all, does this organization typically have operations that would be affected by a disaster or other events that would force them to stop their operations? Or do they typically have controversial news coverage that might require an emergency response of some kind? All right, think about those questions when you're picking a sample organization. Some are going to be easier to come up with a crisis plan for than others. But just keep in mind that most organizations these days do have some kind of strategic plan for keeping their operations going during a disaster or any other event, even a power outage or whatever. And they always have a communication plan for either communicating to stakeholders or communicating to the wider public. Okay? So, but make it easy on yourself. Pick an organization that might have an interesting crisis plan that you can come up with. Please contact me if you have any questions or any issues with the course. I like it when students reach out to me. You can reach out to me by phone, you can reach out to me by email, or we can schedule a face-to-face using Skype or FaceTime or whatever is convenient for you. All right? Just reach out to me and we can schedule a time. Okay, so with that being said, again, welcome to the course, and you all have a great week.